And there we go, we've got the microphone on. Welcome everyone. Glad to have you on board today. Holy mackerel. Things are popping all over the place, but not in the right places for us to be able to see them. Darn it. Anyway, welcome everyone. I'm glad to have you on board. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and this is VolcanoX live stream. And I see a whole bunch of beautiful people came in already, and that is nice to see on a Sunday. First off, thank you very much, Sharon Stewart, not only for the super chat, but also for that wonderful gifting of 10 different, the 10 memberships, and I see a few of them already been handed out by YouTube, and of course that is an automatic process, so that'll happen as the time goes by here, and I guess YouTube figures they know what's going on and who to give them to, so we'll see what happens. But awesome, and thank you very, very much, Sharon. I do appreciate that, and glad you tried that feature. We did have Sakurajima try it yesterday. Was it yesterday or a day before? Sakurajima did anyway, and gave away 5 free memberships for a month there, so that was pretty cool. We liked it. Anyway, looking at everything that's going on, first I'm going to say welcome, moderators. I do see Arizona Snowman is in the house. Lucas is also here. Lucas Snow. Hey, how come there's a snow and a snowman? Is there a theme going on here? Dr. Wife is making a German Apfelkuchen. Oh no. I don't know how you're going to email that to me, Arizona Snowman, but we like Apfelkuchen. Apple cake, German apple cake. It's delicious, and yeah, that's what we call it, Apfelkuchen. Cool. I also like to try out new features. My pleasure. Thanks. That's awesome, Sharon Stewart, and we really do appreciate it. So, yeah, some of you might be popping in, and all of a sudden you end up getting a membership, which is one of those things. Oh yes, German apple cake is the best. You know, I do like it. And like, even if we do it with the strudel over top, Apfelstrudel, just yum. All right. Anyway, I'm trying to do too many things at once here. Let's see if I get over to that. I want to move that ahead a little bit, so we get back to a lively scene, and we'll keep that going. Anyway, we were talking about moderators. Hey, come on. I said, there we go. It moved. So, yeah. Welcome, Arizona Snowman. Welcome, Lucas Snow. And I'm sure C&D Boy may be along. Piggy, I don't know where she is. She was up earlier. She did say hi and popped in, but I missed her by that much. Anyway, that is pretty cool. And AZ Sky says, thanks, big thanks. Okay, big thank you, Sharon Stewart, and that is pretty cool and awesome. Anyway, we like it. Okay, so hopefully Piggy will get in here soon, and I mean, if she's resting, I don't have a problem with that either. She goes hard all the time, and you know, if she's sleeping or having a nap or something, let's leave her be and let her have that nap. She definitely deserves it. She's a very active and hardworking lady. So, and of course, other moderators in here, like 24/7 Live, AZ Skies. Gary is here, and then we also have Joseph Fields official, but he's typically busy on Sundays, so I'm not going to worry about that. But that's all cool. We have enough here, and that is great. So let's. Anna's asking, what do we see now on the volcano stream? And that is Cumbre Vieja, a volcano from La Palma from last year. That was from October 23rd last year. And that is what we were seeing. And just had to peek at the date there real quick, you guys. Hey, speaking of Piggy, there she is. Hi, Piggy. And I better type that in. Hi, and get that in. And fix that up. We forgot to get the card out for her, so we better do that real quick. Let's see if we can find her a brand new one. A new shopping cart and some crayons for Piggy, and then she can do her evil deeds. There we go. All fixed up. Go ahead and zoom around, Piggy. All I see is Cumbre Vieja. I saw oh, yeah. Okay, I know I went down a little bit too fast. If we go down, and then you can actually see it there. You can see the date. All right, and there you go. And that is good. Okay, leaving it there though. That is pretty cool, pretty awesome. We'll get rid of the big banner. We don't need that in there. And gonna say hi to everyone first off, I guess. So again, welcome Piggy, glad you're in as well. And since we already said hi to the other moderators, that's cool. And we'll start out. I see Henry Nelson on the bottom there, King Colin Deadman, and Anna Wallner. I guess it would be Princess Anna Wallner. Hermione Schaefer is also here. Sharon Stewart in the house. Welcome, Sharon. Judy McClelland also here. Al Sanchez made it back in. Mars 2028 is here. Gura made it back in. Welcome. Sherry Hewitt also made it in. Good to see you. Going up a little bit more to see what other names we might have missed. Okay, we got King Colin, we got Henry. Phyllis Johnson is also here. Welcome, Phyllis. And going up a little bit more, all this talk about Apfelkuchen or apple cake, German apple cake. Now I'm salivating. I'm gonna have to go try to figure out where I can get some. I can't bake it because I don't have the ingredients, unfortunately. Okay, going up looking for more. We got Sharon, we got Colin, and Timothy. Welcome, Timothy. Glad to have you on board. Layla is also here. Welcome, Layla, or welcome back. And going up some more. Looking to see who else I missed. Guten Abend, Klaus. And Klaus might be salivating too. I'm thinking about the hot, fresh Apfelkuchen. I know, I'm gonna just make everybody salivate. Okay, it's all right. I'll try to behave here. So really cool. And let's see, who else have we missed here? Nancy Buchanan. Only in for a few minutes here. Okay, so no problem. I hope you're doing all right, Nancy, and hopefully you can get back before the stream ends. Looking up the list a little bit more and trying to see who else is here. And there, okay. All right, it's time to hand out the cookies. And again, I am not 100% sure exactly what was going on, but I'm going to do this for both of them, and they can fight over who gets what. I'll leave this out there. Okay, and there you go. That is for the first person in today, and of course I do believe it was Pepper, not Tom, and we do have some photographic evidence of that, and we did see that Pepper was at the keyboard, and Tom was nowhere in sight there. So we can clearly see that she has hit enter and is typing more stuff. So obviously it was Pepper, and that is the way it goes. So I guess Tom, like I said, you guys can fight it out there as to who gets which thing. Anyway, all cool, you guys. Gotta love it. A little bit of humor never hurts anyone, and we try to keep it on a lighter note here for everyone. Okay, so yeah, that's good for introductions, and good for the volcano that we see on screen, and we do like that. I'm gonna stop it though because I have that power, and we will take a quick peek. Well, where shall we? Actually, let's talk about. Everybody was up in arms and going, "Hey, we've got something happening at our wonderful Sakurajima." So let's go over there for a second. Oh, I'm not liking what we see at Sakurajima. You see what's happened there? That is no fun. Sakurajima is not cooperating. I almost thought that was the same screen as Fuego, with it being fogged out. Oh boy. Anyway, that's what we see on the one camera. The other one is this, and that is not so good. The close-up cam, of course, not doing a darn thing for us. But let's go back here for a second, and I have a little bit of stuff here. So, oh, not that one first. Let's look at this one first. So, this was actually not much of a time lapse. I only sped up the recorder there by for it to go 2 times as fast. And of course, this is at just about 1 a.m. or 10 to 1 in the morning there in Sakurajima, Japan. And that is what we are seeing. So pretty cool. Hey, Grandma B made it in here as well. Good to see you, Grandma B. And did Sakurajima explode? Is that an ash fall? Well, it didn't explode as per se. That is definitely ash coming out of there, and we know that. Too much sugar for you. No, those are they're easy on the sugar for everyone. The Twinkies. Oh yeah, the lava cookies are okay, but the Twinkies, yeah, a lot of sugar in there. Anyway, I was waiting to see, if we could actually see some lava flying out of there, but as it looks, on occasion you can kind of see the cloud getting a little bit lighter, but there's really no indicator that we've had hot molten material jetting out as per this scene. Okay, and that's kind of I guess ran for 3 or 4 minutes, like that, something like that. Let me take a look here and see how far along that video is. Why is that not showing up for me? It's not showing up for me for some reason. I hope it didn't put it back to the start. It did too. Darn it. I was hoping, yeah. Anyway, if we move it along, we can see what basically happened. It didn't do a heck of a lot. And it took 13 minutes is what the recording time here is. And it did simmer down in the end. I'm going to leave that back at the start. We'll maybe take a look at it again later. But we also did get this, and thank you, Arizona Snowman, for sending this in. This is a, of course, thermal image, and you can see the pluming that came up just before it got blown over. And I can actually play that one again and let you see it again. Let's see, will it work again here? Oh, come on. There we go. Play? Play. Why is it not wanting to play? Okay, something, there, why is, oh, that's the other one. I'll turn this one off, turn it back on. All right, we're having fun today. Things aren't working. Okay, there it goes. Now it wants to play. Let's try it again. There you can see that heat plume going up, and vortex ring as indicated. So pretty cool, pretty awesome. And of course that plume turned into a lot of that black ash really quickly, and that's what we were seeing there. So unfortunately current view is not like that. Current view is this this right here. So that doesn't tell us a heck of a lot. I wish we could see it, and it's one of those things. But anyway, let's leave Sakurajima for the time being. Maybe by the end of the stream, some of that fog will have lifted and we'll have a little bit better visibility. Just popped in over here to our wonderful Mount Etna in Sicily, and we are going to see what we can come up with there. I thought I did load a video. I guess the video didn't load either. Yeah, strange things. Things not loading up for me today. It's kind of weird, especially when you put in the effort to do it, you know. 17th. Yep, that's the file I want, and hopefully I'll be able to make that full screen here before too long. There we go. So this is just a very short vid, and did this for you guys so you could see what the day looked like anyway, rather than looking at a dark screen. And not that much off-gassing happening, or not that we can tell, but a fair amount of cloud moving through. So what's that rustling sound? I don't hear any rustling sound. No, no rustling sound here. If you're hearing something, I have no idea where it is. I don't see anything else deflecting other than my microphone meter, and that certainly doesn't make a sound. I do have a fan going in the background, but it is very quiet. It's behind you, Tetra. Aliens. Oh no. Berger is here, and Albagal also popped in. Welcome. Sherry Hewitt also here. Good to see you. And I think that is all right. Anyway, that was kind of the scenario for the day out there. And this is what it looks like at present. And of course, we cannot see anything in the background where our Mount Etna is actually located. So let's pop on over and have a look in Iceland and see what our wonderful Ragnar's doing. And there it is in the foggy cloud. But you got to remember, it is what is it, 8:13 in the evening, and that is what it is looking like right now. Very cloudy, very foggy. Unfortunately, it wasn't doing a heck of a lot. If we go back about 3 or 4 hours, let's go back 4 hours and have a quick peek. What I did notice is quite a bit of steaming and smoke coming off of the front area here, and it smoked quite a bit. And also you can still see the heat plumes coming out of the crater itself. So lots of little smoke and heat plumes. Kind of makes you wonder. And let's see, if we go back another hour, that's about 5 hours ago. It wasn't doing the smoking so much there, but it looked pretty cool. 6 hours ago is kind of like that, a lot quieter. And back us up to about 7 hours ago right here. And there we go. We do see a little bit more of that steam and smoke coming off of there. Now that might partially be just condensation that's happened overnight on these rocks, since they're warm and they cool off at night. Of course, they're going to collect a little bit of moisture through that temperature exchange, and then in the morning, once they start getting warmer again, we're going to see some off-gassing or evaporation of the local material. There's actually a pretty good shot there. You can see it steaming fairly well, but not all of it is caused from that. There's also other stuff involved there. There's actually a little bit more. You can see it fairly well, and again you can still see the plumes of heat rising here as the air is rippling, and it is quite evident what it's doing. So pretty awesome. Let's see if we can crank that up a little bit quality-wise. Again, YouTube changed it on me, so it does that all by itself. It's amazing. And hey, Klaus, you're green. And that is wonderful. And we thank Sharon Stewart for that wonderful gift. So if you find yourself happening to turn green and get a membership for free for a month, that is because Sharon Stewart today purchased a 10-pack of free memberships there to gift out. And of course YouTube assigns them automatically. I don't know how they do it, but they do. So that is kind of a nice gesture. So a very, very big thank you to Sharon Stewart. And you're most welcome. And thank you. Thank you. You're most welcome. Okay. All right, Sharon. Excellent. And that is cool. Okay, so we see the heat plumes, we see the smoke that came out of it, and off the edges. Makes you wonder a little bit, is this thing just in a funeral state, or is it planning something for the future? And I'm hoping it's planning something for the future. Those lava workers have to get back at it, you know. We're going to have a talk with Siggy. Anyway, let's take a look at our harmonic tremor chart, see how things went today. And there it is. I'm going to refresh it because that is not the latest and greatest, but almost there. So we'll see. There we go. All right, so some interesting activity in here. I don't know if that's, about 5, 6 a.m. or something like that. We got 1, 2, so anywhere starting from 4 to maybe about 6 or 7. We had quite a few little quakes all in succession, and created a little bit of activity there. Then we see another spike here, probably about, I don't know, 10, 11 o'clock, and then something right around noonish. And then again, we see a multitude of little ones somewhere further on in the afternoon. So very interesting to see that stuff. Let's have a quick peek down at the other one, and we will go see what we have at Grindavik and see how different that looks. Okay, Grindavik does not have those extra spikes there. It does have this one, and that is all good. Wow, and Grandma B did it too. Gifted 5 free memberships. Holy mackerel, Grandma B. Everybody in here is going to be a member. That is awesome. And I'm sure YouTube will hand those out. That is very, very kind of you, Grandma B. And I'm going to Grandma B, and we got Sharon down for 10M and then 5M. Okay, got it. Thanks. You're just trying it. Okay, that is awesome, Grandma B. And I'm sure that YouTube will hand it out accordingly right away. I don't know exactly how they have it in their calculator to send it out, but they will. That's kind of neat. Very nice people here today. Good vibes. Hazy Eagle, actually, we've got very nice people here every day. So it's all good. Anyway, looking at what we see here, so we only see the one there. That means the other ones that we've seen on our Frega del Fiel will be more local to that area. These ones here. So this one is about the right place for the one that we've seen on Grindavik, but these others, they'll either be in the area of Ragnar or maybe to the east a little bit. We'll have a look. Same thing with these, because we certainly didn't see a rise down there. So let's pop over and we'll take a look at the earthquakes there and see how things have progressed. Subscribe for happiness. Okay. Data. But Buckter. I don't know if I said that right, but okay, Data, welcome. And let me carry on here to my earthquakes. There we are. And we do see some activity up in the north, as well as heading down towards Astja. And again, I'll take a look at both charts today, because there's lots on the other one already that I noticed that wasn't here. Katla showing a little one there, and this is the area that we're seeing a few of these extra ones. And again, on this chart, we're not seeing anything down here from roughly Frega del Fiel to the west, southwest, and I'm a little surprised at that. I thought we had a few bigger quakes there. But anyway, let's start up top here, and we'll have a look at these little guys, just see what they're doing. And again, need to get a little closer. There we go. 1.2 from yesterday, 1429, 11.7 kilometers down. This is also yesterday's 1942, 8.3 kilometers down. Another 1.5. This one is from today, 11:33, and 7.7 kilometers down for that 1.5. Zooming back out and sliding down, looking for the other ones. And there they are down here. This might be yesterday's stuff. That looks very familiar. And this is yesterday's 2154, 5.2 kilometers down for that 1.1. This 1.7 from today, actually, 3:10 a.m. 8.7 kilometers down, magnitude 1.7. The other one right beside it, also 1.7, 3:10 this morning, 9.1 kilometers down. So pretty cool. 1.2, 3:10, a.m. as well, 7.5 kilometers down. So that's all fresh, and that is neat. I like it. And we'll slide down here a little bit towards Astja, and well, there's Astja. We don't see anything right at Astja, and nothing right at his buddy here, but we do see this 1.1 right here. Not necessarily out in any area, but that is from today at 9:28, and it's a 1.1, 9.4 kilometers down. Very interesting, and makes a guy kind of go, Now, something I just want to kind of point out here, you see the striations here on the way the land is kind of formed, and you can kind of sort of follow those through. If you go this way, you can see a lot of this right in here, and then you see that same kind of flat area out in the middle, and you can again see these striations along here where it looks like it's actually grooved, and yeah, we actually have, that's kind of where it's flattened itself out, and that is part of that mid-Atlantic ridge, and that is really neat to actually see and notice how it cuts through that area. So there is in fact a flat area. So if you're standing over here, you're over on the Eurasian plate. If you're standing over on this side, you're on the North American plate. So pretty cool stuff. Anyway, zooming back in, let's see, Bardabunga, nothing. Grimsvatn, nothing. Katla, what do we got there? We should have one. There we go. 1.1 at Katla on this map, and it's only 100 meters down. Happened yesterday at 1542, so very likely ice movement. That's 100 meters, not very far down. Pretty cool. 5-minute warning. Thank you, Piggy. And then we slide over to our Reykjanes Peninsula, or Reykjanes Peninsula. There we go. Reykjavik. And over here is Keflavik Airport, Keflavik, Yardvik, and Reykjanesbær, and then we slide over here a little bit. We see the Blue Lagoon and the power plant, and then of course down here is the town of Grindavik. So that's what we're seeing there, and of course our volcano, Ragnar, the one we love so much, sits here in Geldingadala, and he's right about here. And he's being quiet though, and only off-gassing. So let's have a look at this 1.5 here first, see if that is one of the culprits that may have shown up. 5:33 a.m. From today, 5.2 kilometers down, 1.5 in magnitude, very likely is one of the ones on our chart, and this is 1.1 magnitude, 3.9 kilometers down, was from yesterday at 15:29, and I don't think that one is involved in today's stuff. Everything else is on the far side of the lake here, and that is kind of interesting too. This one happened at 2:20 a.m., 2.1 in magnitude, 5.8 kilometers down. The next guy here, 1.3 in magnitude, 6.4 kilometers down from 233. This from 316 for this 1.7, 5.6 kilometers down. And then we've got a 1.1, 5.7 clicks down, 228, 1.4, 314, 5.7 clicks down, and again a magnitude of 1.4. Then we've got this 1.2 here, 5.2 kilometers down, 325 is the time on that guy. And then one more, and that is right there. 4.8 kilometers down, 3:15 a.m. for that 1.2. So those don't really show us anything that would cause those other spikes that we see, those multiples. And we will revisit this map after the break. This is the other one that shows us a little bit more activity in our valley. And look at that, our Ragnar's here. And look at all these little tremors that may have caused some of that. So we'll have a look at those after the break. And that is awesome. So glad to have everyone on board here today. And it is time for me to take a break and play some music. No, we're not playing that music. I'm taking a break, I said. Computer, gremlins, control yourselves. We like gremlins that control themselves. And update, my little hamster here is doing just fine. For those who need to know. Oh boy, I didn't see a darn thing. No food fights. Okay, I'm gonna turn the music on. So for those good people who have not yet hit that like button, please do give it a quick shot. And if you're new to the channel and you have not yet subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. And that would really, really help us out. Only if you feel we've earned it, of course. Anyway, I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I'm going to take a 5-minute break. I'll be back. Keep smiling, play nice in the lava. And there we go. I've got the microphone back on, turning that music off. And let's see where we're at. Got all welcome back from, let's see, Sue Hayes and Trevor Wonky Donkey T and Alpagal. And thank you, Piggy. And Sharon Stewart says, I hear you, Dr. Fox. That's awesome. As well as Mars 2028. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate that. And using my magic powers, going to stop that volcano again. And we're going to go back and finish looking at those earthquake maps. And that was there, of course. Since we did have a bunch of little ones in the area, and of course I'll zoom out here for a second just so you can get the feel of where you're at. There's Reykjavik, there's the airport and Keflavik and all that, and Grindavik down here. And of course when we take a look at this, we go, okay, wow, looks like a swarm, and it is in a way. And I'm very happy to see that swarm because you all know what this volcano is, and that's Ragnar. And we had one very, very close to Ragnar, but very, very far down. And this is a 0.8, and that happened at 3:03 this morning, and that was 11.6 kilometers down. That's really far out down in the dungeons there, and it kind of makes you wonder. Same with this one. I don't know if they're all that deep, but I didn't actually look at the depths of these. It's interesting though. 428 on this guy, 0.45, and 11 kilometers down. This guy is 11.9 kilometers down, 0.78, 4:27 a.m. This 0.44, a little shallower, 7.9 kilometers down, 4:43. Hey, let's get these two that are up here a little bit closer to Kalir. That one is actually from yesterday at 22:51, 0.61, 4.7 kilometers down. And the other one behind it, 0.25, a little smaller, and 4.3 clicks, 22:52 yesterday as well. So that leaves us with all of these other ones here, and this is quite interesting. 6.2 kilometers down on this 5.9 from 10:48, and 7:37 a.m. we had this 0.67, 6.6 kilometers down. Looking at some of the other ones here, 7.9 kilometers down for this 0.44 from 4:43, and this 0.88 of 11.7 kilometers down, very similar to that one at 3:17, and then we've got 3:16 a.m. 0.64, 12.4 kilometers down. That's the deepest one so far. And then 0.51, 8.1 kilometers down, 7:39. And also this one, ooh, that's 14.28. So I guess he wins. It's 0.62, 4:43. So looking at that would give us a pretty good indicator or an idea of what's going on as far as when we look at our harmonic tremor chart, and we see these spikes here. This would have been that 4 a.m. stuff, and that would make sense, and these other ones fall right into line. So I'm satisfied with what we're seeing here as far as little shakers, and I'm actually a little bit mesmerized by the fact that they are down as deep as they are, 14 kilometers down on some of them. That is a little odd for our area, but that's interesting is what it is. Hey, James Skype Guy popped in, welcome, and Trevor Wonky Donkey. All right, Trevor Wonky Donkey, I got it. Looks cool. Did I miss anyone else popping in here? I like to say hi to everyone when they do come in, so hopefully I got everyone. I got Al Sanchez, I got Hermione, I got Trevor. Oh, let's see. I think, Brian Rock Rail Fan is here. Welcome. And Sarah Miles, I didn't say hi to you yet. Welcome, Sarah. We got Burger earlier, and I'm just going up. I think everything else is good. Echo the Bot, Echo the Bot, Echo the Bot is here, is here, is here. Welcome, Echo the Bot. And if I missed anyone's name, I do apologize. I try to get as many of you as possible. Unfortunately, sometimes I don't get it. Hang on, I'm waiting for my screen to change. It's taking its time. There we go. So all of these little quakes, it's very interesting, and they're very, very deep down for the most part. We didn't check this guy, just curious of how deep. 6.3 kilometers on that one. It's only a 0.3, but that was 0.36. Was from yesterday, 2334. And if we look at these other ones, that is today's 617. I think we've got that 0.58, 4.2 kilometers down on that one. And these are very small, 4.6 kilometers down on the 0.25 from 10:16 a.m. and 6:28 a.m. for this 0.09, and that was 3.8 kilometers down. So I'm not thinking we're going to get an eruption here any time soon. I'm a little curious though, some of these other depths that we're seeing, and of course this little swarm over here, that kind of showed up along with the rest of the bigger ones that we've seen. So very interesting to see the activity in that area. That 1.5 was 5.1 clicks down 1133. I'm just trying to peek in here, see what else is fair size. 0.98 on that guy. 3.6 kilometers down. 2:49 was the time on that guy. So lots of activity and a lot of little ones. And again, if we kind of zoom out, so our magma chamber is roughly from here going around, and it would be sitting about, well, roughly up to about this volcano here. So in here, that is where our magma chamber would be. And if we've got stuff going on 10, 11 kilometers down, that's interesting because usually if we start seeing it 4 or 5 kilometers down, we start to get a little excited, and then if it starts coming up from there, that's when we really pay attention. But 10, 11 kilometers down makes you wonder what's going on down there. Is the chamber finally refilling? Is that what the process is? Because it seems to be quite all the way along that chamber, really, when you look at all the quakes here. Very interesting. So anyway, finally made it. Sorry I'm late. No worries, Spooky. Glad to have you on board. Something is moving. Where? What's moving? Oh, down below. Yes, something definitely is moving, Tom. And I'm betting dollars to donuts that is both tectonic and magmatic. That combination. And I've got a sneaky hunch that this lower stuff is going to move enough. It'll allow something to come up and create more pressure up in the upper chambers, and maybe let us have a little bit of fun. So I don't know if there's any correlation between these little tremors though and what we were seeing at Ragnar with the extra pluming of the gas off the ridge here and stuff like that. I don't know if there's really truly any correlation behind it. But what? Don't confuse it. Tectonic tecmatic? No, tecmagmic. No. Boy, Henry, you really messed me up there. Magmatic. Tectonic or magmatic. Oh man. Way to go. Way to go. Okay, anyway, I'm going to go over here now. I feel safer if we're looking at this stuff. Astja out here, we did see a 1.1 out here, 9.4 kilometers down. It's also fairly deep. That's another interesting little scenario. Same with this one, 10 kilometers down for this 0.7. And let's see, this other 0.7, also 10 kilometers down. Kind of a theme here, maybe. How deep is this 1.1? 9.44 kilometers. Well, so all right, let's take magmatic off the equation and let's just call it a tectonic action, because that looks like it's about the same area. And anyway, we wanted to go take a look here at Katla. Had a couple of quakes. This one, okay, that's from yesterday. I'm not going to worry about it then. That was in the ice, 1.1, 135 meters down. This one also from yesterday, so I'm not going to worry about those. Going to go back up here and see this little guy by Grimsvatn, and that was from today, 1308, 0.21, 5 kilometers down, so that one's still up a little higher. But interesting that we see the other ones quite low. Hopefully we'll continue to see some more action there. Oh, hang on. Why can't you see the map? Oh, that's not the map. This is the map. Something went wrong. No map. Sure, there's a map on the screen. I see it right there in front of me. Oh, there. Anyway, okay. So what I was looking at was the two here on Katla, are the older ones, and then the one over here by Grimsvatn. That is that little 2.1, you guys. 5 kilometers down, and the other ones, I think we got them. That's these three here. So hopefully I did show those. 6 kilometers down on that one, 0.67. I didn't see that one, but this is 0.7, 10 kilometers down, and this is a 0.71. Oh, they revised it. That is only 4 kilometers down now, 4.5. Pretty cool. And neat stuff. This one is 9.44 for the 1.1. Okay. Now I see it. Okay, Sue, I'm glad. And hey, it happens, you guys. That's what happens when you're chief cook, bottle washer, and server, and announcer, and host, and busboy and everything else, all at the same time for the show, and it looks pretty good. But I do have the bouncers, and the bouncers are in blue. They're really good people. Oh, anyway, a little bit of fun there. Okay, let's carry on. Other places, we've looked at that, and we like it, and it is kind of neat. The map is here now. Okay. No problem. Please pray for my mom. She has cancer on both sides. Oh, Brian, rock a rail fan. Best vibes out to you from all of us, and I hope things are go okay there. So that is always difficult. All right, let's carry on, and we will pop over to our other volcanoes around the world. And of course, this one here is are a wonderful Azores, and the Azore Islands in the middle of the Atlantic position of Portugal. And we are on the island of São Jorge, looking at the strait, and out on the other side here in the clouds is the Pico Island, and then Fayal Island a little further on, and of course Mount Montana in there for those who don't quite get it. Let's do that just so you can see it, and there it is. That is from a different day, just to show you what it looks like over there without clouds, or as many clouds. Anyway, that's what we're looking at right now. They haven't turned on the lights yet, so still early enough, I guess, for them that they didn't need to do that. And let's see, I need to get onto that one. There we go. And I'm on it now. All right, looking at what we've got for weather there. Interesting stuff. Some blue skies. Ocean doesn't look too rough. We don't see too many white caps screaming in here at our little cove. And of course that is volcanic rock right there. That's been washed away quite easily, and looks pretty cool, pretty awesome, you guys. Next picture, a different harbor, just down the way a little, and still on São Jorge though, and that looks pretty awesome. Let's take a look and see what we've got for earthquakes, and of course they're showing the two that are on this map from today, and this one happened at 4:58 a.m., 1.8 in magnitude. And this is from 12:56 p.m., 1.5 in magnitude. So that's what we're seeing there. That is kind of neat, but only the two. And let's go over to the other map. And of course, I'm going to probably have to refresh that because it likes to do that to me. All right. So we look at our earthquakes. We see this guy down here 5 hours ago, 2.1. We seem to be getting a lot here. The last one we had was just right at the tip of Miguel Island here, but this one a little bit further out, and that is not so bad. Zooming in here a little bit, we do see the two that were on our list 16 hours ago, 2.0, and then 8 hours ago for 1.5, and they're laying right there. So pretty cool, pretty awesome. And let's zoom back out a little bit just to give you a little bit more of an idea where you're at. There's your mid-Atlantic ridge. There's Portugal and the top of Spain here, and if we slide over, you can see the gates of Gibraltar, if you want to call them that, and that's what we've got right there. So just out from that, and of course down here is the Canary Islands, and of course Yvonne Kunkel, our wonderful volcanologist, is down there on this one right now, La Palma, enjoying 26-degree temperatures. So I'm hoping she is really enjoying her vacation with her boyfriend down there. Anyway, this is kind of what we've got. Oh, hey, Mount Montana peeked out. That is pretty cool, and I like it. Okay, I'm going to leave that one there. Let us move to our next one. Great, Film 3 is here. Welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. And who else popped in that I might have missed? Tracy Bills, welcome. Glad to have you here. Break time. Okay, it is break time, or just about. Very close to it. Thanks, Piggy, for reminding me. Anyway, I wanted to go to Fuego, but Fuego, you see what it's doing. It's always like that, though. Let's see if I can remember the time. Fuego, where are you? Hang on, somewhere right around here. Just to give you a little peek at Fuego, sticking out of the clouds for a few minutes. And that is just right after it had a little bit of a burp, and it is continuing to erupt above the clouds. And unfortunately, the clouds move in and out very, very quickly as of late. So it's somewhat difficult to nail the eruptions as they happen. And let's see if we get on there. There it goes, within the cloud. So you've got an eruption coming out of a cloud now, right there. And that would be scary, if we had volcanic clouds that erupt all by themselves. Anyway, getting ready for break, you guys. So we will revisit this guy soon. I'm going to leave it there in the clouds. I'm going to put you back over here to our old canned lava from our wonderful Cumbre Vieja from back in October 23rd of last year, and that's what we're looking at. So I'll leave it there for those good folks. If we're in between time here while I'm on my break. Looks like a tortoise. A tortoise. Uh-oh. As long as it's not a snapping tortoise. Those hurt. They'll take a finger right off. I'll pop it. Okay, I get it. It's break time. All right, you guys. If you haven't hit that like button yet, Pop It is going to come and get you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, Pop It and Pop It's friends will come and get you. So that is super, super big trouble. Pop It, of course, is the Kraken of Kos. So very, very careful, everyone. Anyway, after the break, we'll have bacon seeds on a friendly note. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I will be back in 5 or 6 minutes. A snapping Pop It. Oh no, that's even worse. I'll be back, you guys. And there we go. Microphone is back on. Welcome everyone. Glad to have you on board. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and this is a VolcanoX live stream. And thank you for the welcome backs. Trevor Wonky Donkey says, hear you Fox. Okay, cool. And of course, welcome C&D boy. Thanks for the 5x5, and also thank you to Sue and Alba Girl and Mars. And I can hear you from Sharon Stewart. Excellent. So hey, it is bacon seed time. Let's get at it, and we'll get over to the bacon seeds while I magically shut off the other video there. And of course, this was the last one from yesterday. So let's carry on because I like this one. And this is a really nice looking piggy, but this is also cute. And these are young ones, fairly young. This guy looks a little dirty. He needs a bath. I think he's got to go play in the water for a while. And that'll be cool. And let's get on to our next bacon seed. And a little guy. He's so tiny, but he's smiling, and that is always nice when we've got the little ones. And that is definitely bacon seed material. Needs a mud bath. There you go, Henry. And this little one, I think, needs to grow a little bit before it can go in the mud baths. That is, I think, definitely a little bit, a little too young. Next one's on our list, and there, this one is wearing a little bit of bling, and boy, that one's got a smile on its face. It's happy to have bling on, and definitely looking pretty cute. And yeah, that's awesome, you guys. A tiny seed, yeah, you bet. And that is very, very small ones, and we gotta love it. All right, let's get to our next little guy, or girl, I don't know. I didn't check. Anyway, there we have these are just incredible little tiny bacon seeds, and very, very young. You can't get much more bacon seedy than these. These are very, very young little ones. So, first time painting to Boogie Woogie. Oh, painting. I hope you were just painting walls. It'd be pretty funky looking if you had to do artwork like that. I guess you could call it Boogie Woogie or something. Anyway, our next wonderful bacon seed, since this little one is so tiny. He looks cold. I think he needs to be cuddled. Anyway, we'll see what these guys are doing. Oh, two of them, and they are investigating a glass table. I'm not sure what to make of it. That is pretty cute, you guys. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So, Missy Gris is in here. Welcome. Glad to have you on board, and nice to see you. Anyway, let's see what we got. We got two more to go here. Skating on ice, and that's almost what it would be like for them first time around, I think. And a little bit touchy, I think. Anyway, here's another one of these wonderful looking little fellers, and this one is got a little bit more solid ground to stand on, I think, and looks a little happier, and that is not so bad. And we'll get to our one smaller than the water bottle. Yeah, that is a pretty good indicator. They are a very small little bacon seeds. Okay, last one for today, and that is this one. And again, incredibly small little bacon seeds. And this one has his eyes open and kind of a smirk on his face, but he's looking like he's heading for cover or falling over, one of the two. But looks pretty cute. So very, very young, very, very tiny little bacon seeds, you guys. And that is an awesome job. Thank you very much, Piggy, for providing these wonderful young little bacon seeds today. And they are indeed very, very young, and they are indeed seeds. They will grow into bacon in a few years. So definitely little guys. Gotta love it though. Always like those tiny pigs. Anyway, let's keep going with our stuff around the world. We did kind of have a peek at Sakurajima earlier, and we will head over back over there now and just take a look. I don't see anything nasty going on there right now. Let's see if we can get on there, find the right spot. There we go. And of course, activity, what we're looking for is the stuff coming out of here. Even if we go back, we know it was in the fog and in the clouds. So seeing this separate a little bit and actually show us the crater up top here is pretty good. Don't know if the close-up cam is going to see anything, and no, it's not. It's got way too much cloud up there. But looking at the other one, it looks like it's raining over in the other area. The ice cream boat is there, though. At least I think both of them are. Yep. If you go out, make sure you take an umbrella. And remember, the fastest way down here is down this street. And then take your left down here and down to the harbor. But take an umbrella. You're going to need one. It's raining. It's raining cats and dogs and ice cream cones. Speaking of dogs, Electric Dog, welcome. Glad to have you on board. Bacon Piggy, a very pretty bacon piggy. I get a really biggie. Hey, that rhymes. That rhymes. That's pretty awesome. And I gotta love it. Okay, and let's carry on. We know that close-up isn't going to give us anything. There's a one we haven't seen for a while, and no snow on the top of this guy. So that is pretty awesome. And of course, we all know that is Mount Fuji, and that is also located in Japan. And we'll take a look at another Japanese one. And that would be this one, and that is Aso. Aso-san was not visible earlier, but it is now. Still a little bit fuzzy looking, but that is okay. We do know that the crater is out here. Actually goes back a little more there. And we see it steaming fairly heavily. And of course, it's raining in the area, so if any of that moisture gets down into the crater here, it's going to turn to steam and evaporate because of the additional heat that we've got coming from the ground or surface area. So that's kind of what we've got. But we haven't seen this guy pop, and they did put it back to a green level, so that's what we're seeing. Thanks for coming for a walk with me all. Oh, where did we walk, and did we get a good exercise? Colin, did we run at all? Uphill, downhill? I'm curious. I need to know how many calories I burnt. I'm kidding. I need all my calories. Anyway, Aso-san is there, so pretty cool. Let's take a look at one more in Japan, and of course this is our Suwanosejima, And I was hoping a Subanosejima would erupt, but no, it didn't. If we go back in time a little bit, it was a little bit different looking, but we don't see a heck of a lot going on there at all. Even when we pop back into the nighttime hours, of course, looking for a glow of some sort, and we're just not seeing it from this angle at all. There's nothing there, so definitely pretty quiet, and like I say, I'm not seeing a heck of a lot. And that is back to well, we're 8:30 now last night according to their local time, so nothing there. So if we go back to present, we do see some smoke, but not a heck of a lot more. I don't know. We'll see what happens in the near future. Anyway, I'm going to go put it back on the ice cream boats here, and yep, both boats are definitely in there. So if you've got your umbrella out and you're going down, you can see the road down there. So that curves around a little bit, and then you got to take that left and head out. And remember, come back the same way, you guys. Otherwise, you'll miss us. Okay, let's carry on to our next wonderful volcano, and that apparently is in the dark. Let's carry on to our next one, and that one might work because it's got the old geyser, the old geyser, Old Faithful, right there for you, and that looks pretty awesome. In the meantime, I'm going to see why my screen is so dark at the other site. Heavy rainfall and loud thunder. Oh, maybe that's the problem. Oh, no, I clicked on the wrong one here. He's got pre-recorded stuff going. Yeah, I guess he's not showing the volcano live at all. Going to try Madame Rutsa and see if she's showing it. Nope, not there either. So we don't get to see a tall volcano today, and I know it's kind of on a short order, but we don't get to see it. Darn it. And it looks like everybody in the background there is running. Maybe there's a Sasquatch or something chasing them. Maybe it's a raid of Sasquatches. Everybody's running in every which direction. Pretty cool. I don't know if this thing just finished or what the scoop is, but that is definitely Yellowstone, and that is Old Faithful on the screen, even though it is not really erupting right now. Let's see, a couple more people popped in. I don't know if I said hi to you, Sophie. Good to see you. And then also hi to Brian. Welcome, and glad to have you on board. And let's see, we got Linda. Linda Schroof is here. Welcome, Linda. And who else did I happen to miss? We got Electric Dog, and I think that was about the point of time I missed everybody. Okay, so that should be all right. Sasquatch is on patrol. That's it. And I wouldn't doubt it. There's lots of them patrolling. A whole bunch. I don't know. A little scary. Anyway, Old Faithful doesn't look very faithful right now. It's very small. Things that make you go, all right. What I'm going to do is, while Old Faithful is deciding what it's going to do, unfortunately, I can't keep them both on my screens here at the same time because I'm working on the other computer. It happens to be in the same place. So we will pop over to Hawaii for a minute, and then oh, yeah, nice. I turned you off. God darn it. Okay, what do we got going on here? Let's, oh, that's not what we want to do. No, no, I got gremlins. Okay, why is my picture not in the right place? Darn it. Ooh, just about one more smidgen, get rid of that white line in the top. Boy, this is hard to do. Even the new hamsters, oh, I guess it's set to about where it needs to be. Okay, I'm going to go with it anyway. I'm not going to worry. This was from 1846 yesterday. You see how much the wonderful lava has refilled the pond. You see over here, we don't see any fresh lava in the toe area, or that level is way down and it's crusted over, and we're not seeing any of the cracking that we see over on this side. So something's up. Is our pipe blocked? Are we getting something there? Let's refresh that, take a look at it during our daytime, and yep, it did refill. So obviously it has to have a tube, and that must have opened up. And we do see more stuff breaking off right here, and this is kind of neat. And we're crumbling, and remember all these cracks here. I'm figuring this whole area is going to break out eventually. I do see we had an overflow here, and that looks like it was very fresh, very recent, and it overflowed right on top, adding another layer of lava, which hardened and kind of is probably going to save it a little bit. It's maybe going to create an island there eventually or something. But nice to see that the lava tube is open, and we do have more fresh lava in the toe area. And you can actually see the older stuff is kind of pushed up a little bit, and the new stuff sitting right in the forefront. Pretty awesome. We do see here, and this is the lava tube. It's got some vents on top of it, which is allowing a little bit of that gas to seep out. New cracks, we see new cracks here, so definitely some uplift or settling, likely uplift because of the crack, right? So anyway, let's go to our next shot, again from last night at 1906. That was kind of cool. You can see our primary vent here, and it's very difficult to see that other hornito, but so basically from here to here and then out into the lava pond. Not going to do any comparisons because we can't see anything around the edges there. Let's look at it now. Oh yeah, nice and clean, and there you can actually really tell there that floating island of material. And that is all older and harder material already. It's basically solidified somewhat, and the material out in the outer edges is all newer, and that is fascinating. It is downsloping, so this stuff is actually a lot higher up than the edge areas here. So pretty cool to see. Anyway, your primary vent right there, and our little smoker there right on the edge before it goes into the lava pond, and that's still showing the lava, the big toe there in the lava area. Also seeing this out here kind of makes you go, what's that doing? Are we going to get another pond or lava lake, perhaps? There is always that possibility. And let's see what else we've got for pictures. This is the other one. I don't think it's working yet. Nope, I'm going to leave that one alone. That is from the 11th. This is from yesterday at 1858, and I'm going to refresh that and see what it looks like now. really not that much different, other than our lava pattern has somewhat changed. We do see the toe area definitely holding a more fresher lava. Again, you can see that primary hornito here with a little bit of lava, and then down here is your little guy here where it splits up and has the lava tube that flows out into the pond. And now also you can see some lighter material down here in the forefront. That lighter material, of course, this is a downward slope from the cooled off material that's uplifted, and it's kind of a slope down here, and you see fresher lava all the way around the outside. So this island, and that's literally what it's become, is an island very similar to Pig Island, which is right there. So you can see how dark that is. That is very old lava that's been cooled and floating on top of the whole thing. All of the lava underneath there, it would be just still red hot and definitely liquidy yet. And it is allowing this material to flow or float, which is really cool. And you think to yourself, well, how can lava float? It's rock, and there's a lot of gas bubbles in there, you guys. And that is the interesting part about lava. When it cools, it keeps all those gas bubbles, and that's what we're seeing. Sue, hamster, bigger and better a mouse. Yeah. Doc's new mouse is a hamster. Yes, it is. It's a hamster. It doesn't have a tail. And I was informed that if it has no tail, it's a hamster. No tail mouse equals hamster. Okay, I got it, you guys. So, and here I thought it was just a mutant. So it's actually a hamster. That's all right. Anyway, you guys, that's what we're seeing there. And I'm looking at, it is break time, you guys. So I am going to go take a break. Thank you, Sophie, for showing the time. And I see I missed one great chatting. Oh, darn it, Linda, you missed it. Yeah, if you missed that a little bit, yeah, that was one of those things. Wireless mouses, You mean wireless mice are great. Mouses, Bob. Never mind. I'm bugging you. It's okay. It's Pepsi time. I need my Pepsi. Otherwise, I'm going to go wacky. I'm going to go wonky. And for those good people that are here, if you have not yet hit that like button, please hit it now before my hamster comes after you. Mises. Yes, electric dog. There you go. Mies. That's the plural of my mouses. Mies. Moose. Mooses. You can get away with calling them mooses, but it's really moose. It's just like fish and fishes, you know. Anyway, okay. Let's see. Back to lava. Put you back on some lava. There we go. And let me straighten that screen out. What the heck did I do here now? There we go. Get that working, and we'll hit the magic play button and let that move. And of course we're going to move that ahead a bit because it's going to run into bad stuff right away. You don't want to see all the old stuff and not have any audio to it. And there we go. So yeah, hit that like button, you guys. That way the hamster won't come after you, and I will be spared from Poppet, the Kraken of Kos, as well as Fluffy, the Kraken of Holland. And on that friendly note, make sure you have subscribed. Turn that red button to gray, and then hit that bell as well while you're there. Okay, I'm gonna go for that break, you guys. Keep smiling, be good, and I will be back in about 5 minutes. Here comes some music, maybe, if we can get it to work. Okay, hamster, do your stuff. And there we go. I am back. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and this is the VolcanoX live stream. I'm glad to have you guys on board. And this is our wonderful last half hour. And let's see. All right. Thank you, Trevor Wonky Donkey. Hear you, Doc. Or hear you, Doc Fox. Okay, got it. And thanks, Linda. Welcome back, Boogie Doc. Yeah. I got two left feet. It don't work too well. And then I spin. No worries. It's all good. Oh, a little bit of fun. Anyway, where the heck were we? And we were looking at, well, we looked at the stuff out there at wonderful Sakurajima. It's still raining, by the way, and hopefully they will have a better day. We do know that they had that wonderful stuff going on there this morning in the wee hours, which was pretty cool and awesome, except for we really didn't see as much of it as we would have liked, but that is okay. And let's see. Well, we need to go over to the Hawaiian Islands and see what kind of earthquakes we had there. So let's zoom into that, and we will take a quick look. Oh boy, what do we got going on here? Let's just zoom out for a second. There's your Hawaiian Islands in the Pacific Ocean, of course. And of course, when we zoom in here, we see this massive new swarm. And I mean, there's quite a few there. I'm going to change the view just a little bit here and put it on ocean for a second so you get a better idea of what we're looking at. And right here is where Loihi Seamound is. And these are very interesting to see out here. Let's have a look at some of them. 2.0 from 8:33 in the morning, 4.3 kilometers down. This guy 2.4, 7.1 clicks down from the 10:17. This guy 2.5, 5:05 a.m., 7.5 kilometers down. 9.7 kilometers down on this 1.8 from 5:48. Then we have 2.5 from 9:40 a.m. and that is 9 kilometers down. We have this guy 10 kilometers down, 10.2 at 6:14 a.m. Then 2.0 from 6:34. And that is 8.3 clicks down as well. A little bit bigger one, 3.0, 6:31 a.m. A little deeper as well, 16 kilometers down on that guy. And this is from 12:34, 9.6 kilometers down. Looking at this 2.7, and that is at 6:27 a.m., 8.4 kilometers down. We've got a 10.8 kilometer down at 9 o'clock, and from that 2.5, another 2.5 at 10:23, 8 kilometers down, 1.8 at 10:01 a.m., 5.2 kilometers down, and 0.8 kilometers down for that 2.2 from 7:05 a.m., and then 6.5 kilometers down for this 2.8 from 6:43. So a lot of activity out in the ocean itself. And remember, this is Loihi Seamound, and if that you know, it is very possible that we'll get a new vent out here if this activity continues. But right now, looking at the depths of what we've got, I don't think we're going to see anything very, very quickly. So we'll bear that in mind, though. That is really interesting to see that newer activity there. Okay, let's zoom in here a little bit, and we'll see. We'll catch these guys on the in the water first here. So this one from 1:35 a.m., 30 kilometers down, 2.0, and this one here, 31.7 clicks down, 2020 was the time on it yesterday. This one also yesterday's at 17:34. And this guy here is yesterday's as well, 21:11, 30.6 kilometers down. I'm going to switch it back to the other view, satellite view. There we go. And we'll work on the stuff that we see on land, Pahala town right there. And we're going to look at all of these. This is yesterday as well, 23:33, and for that 2.3, 1.9 from today, 11:03 was the time on that one, 1.8, and that's yesterday at 11 minutes after 6 p.m. Their time in the evening, 2.6 here, 1 minute after midnight, definitely today. And then we've got a 3.0, a little bit bigger, 7:22 a.m. For that guy. And moving on, 2.5, 1:55 a.m. for this guy. Then we move over to this 2.0. That is yesterday's at 19:17. And we'll carry on. Slide over into the north east area, I guess is what they would call it. Looking at this one, 2.2 from yesterday, 18:37, and then we've got this guy here from today at 10:16 a.m. and that is also a 2.0. Looking at this one, 2.6, 4:13 a.m. And let's see, will I get this guy here, 119, or sorry, 1.9 yesterday at 23:55, and then we have a look at this one, 2.3 at 9:10 a.m. And now these ones out here in Pahala area, all ranging between about 29 kilometers down to about 36 kilometers down. That's why I don't read the depths. We do have this one out here I didn't get, and that is from 9 minutes after midnight and 2.3, 5.6 kilometers down. Slightly a different depth, but that is fine. We don't see anything up top here on Mauna Loa, and that is probably a good thing for right now. And we also don't see anything over here on Mauna Kea. And nothing new at Kilauea, so very, very quiet at Kilauea, and we don't see any new quakes in there. And you guys are welcome to go over to the USGS site. They do have definitely have some interesting stuff on their USGS map that you can take a look at the well, not only the still cameras, but also the tilt meters, GPS, that kind of stuff, seismic activity. So it's definitely worthwhile going over to the Hawaii site for USGS and having a look at it. So pretty cool. And let's see, yeah. All right, we'll leave Hawaii alone. I'm going to close that. We'll zoom out, and then we will take a look for earthquakes around the planet. And of course, I like to work with the Ring of Fire first, but I'm going to go over here. North of Iceland, we see a 4.6, what they call in the Greenland Sea. And that is interesting. Again, 10 kilometers down, so that's just an arbitrary depth that they're unsure of what the actual depth is. And that happened at 10:40 a.m. And that I don't know whose time zone that actually is, but I didn't know the Greenland Sea had its own time zone. but we do see that there, and that is very cool, but it's a little far north. I don't think it would have affected anything, but it is showing us that we have some movement on the plate. So with that there, we'll probably see some more action coming down. We'll possibly see one somewhere around here, or some more activity in Iceland itself. But that is always indicating that something has moved. What's moving? Is it the plate, Eurasian plate going one way, and the North American plate sliding the other? That is kind of what we got to question. Which way is it going? So it's going to be interesting to see. And I'm not ignoring this guy. This is also up here. And Zemlya, wow, that, how do you say it? Zemlya, Zemlya. Anyway, that is obviously some kind of name that is some, I don't know if it's Icelandic or if it's something up north there, but really hard to try to pronounce. Okay, heading to the lurkers for dinner. Linda, enjoy your dinner, and that would be interesting. Anyway, I like dinner. Okay, I'm not hungry right now, though. I had a big lunch. Probably too big. All right, looking at that, that's interesting, but we'll wait and see if we have any new ones on the mid-Atlantic ridge in the meantime. Oh, coming back up this way, we don't see anything really big. These have kind of subsided here a little bit, and we do still have our little ones popping off in Chile, 4.3 from yesterday there, 4.1 yesterday's as well. And then this guy here, yesterday's for the 4.4 for South America. Couple little bit bigger quakes in odd places. Nebraska, 3.7. That's a little unusual. We do have another 3.0 here in Texas, and that is kind of weird. And of course, this is the other Texas location down here that they've had some quakes, a little bit of activity, and we see some fresh stuff from 33 minutes after midnight, just about 7 kilometers down for that one. And then 2.0 from 6:45 a.m., 6.7 kilometers down. So some odd quakes. Not sure why we're seeing them. Really don't know. That's strange. Don't usually see them there. We do know about the stuff that's going on, of course, on the San Andreas fault. It's basically slipping along there, doing its thing, and like seeing more little quakes on the inland side here, telling us that the plate is still moving. And of course, I'm referring to the Wanda Fuca plate here, and it is subducting underneath the North American plate. And as long as we see those little tremors, that is indicating to us that, yeah, it's sliding underneath there, grinding away a little bit, and that's what we're seeing. It's when those tremors stop, when you don't see those little quakes in this area, or in this area, if you don't see them, that's when you have to worry, and that's when the bigger ones will come out. And all of a sudden, everything lets go, and you've got that big earthquake. Looking out here near Japan, we do have a couple here, 4.6 from 10:15, and this other guy right beside it, if I can click on him, 4.4 from yesterday at 17:45. So very close in locations. Nothing really major though. We see 5.2 here in Indonesia, and then we have another 5.1 from 13 minutes after 3 a.m. Right there, 38.7 kilometers down, just south of the island of Java. And again, this plate here subducting underneath this plate, so that's what's causing that. A very interesting setup over there. And here we have one all by himself, a very unusual place south of South Africa, in the middle of nowhere, and that is from yesterday at 1812. I usually don't see too many in this area. This is one of those land producing areas. Well, it creates new, I guess we call it seabed, if, for lack of better words, and it is expanding in this area and creating more land, hopefully, and possibly our new continent, and it will have more new islands here. So in a couple million years, you'll have the new Hawaii right in here. That'll be cool. Maybe that's what they'll call it, New Hawaii. The new island, if in Hawaii, if they get another one that is south of the big island, they can call it New Hawaii. I think that'd be an appropriate name. Anyway, let's go over to the Canary Islands and see how many beers Yvonne dropped. I'm kidding. She wouldn't drop her beer. Anyway, 3.6 up a little ways here towards Portugal, and that is from what is it, 22:27 UTC, or almost 1:30, or sorry, 12:30 in the morning time in La Palma, and that's what we're seeing right there. A little ways out. Usually we see them right on the edge of this, and I'm surprised that we're out a little ways, but there are fissures here, and going all the way out into the Azores. And you got to remember, this is the separation between the African plate and the Eurasian plate, and that separation is right in this area, so you're always going to see some movement. We also see this guy, another 3.6, and that happened yesterday at 19:26 UTC, as well as another little guy right beside him, 2.3. That happened at 26 minutes after midnight UTC today. So a little bit of activity. Anyway, big blue splotches right there. Let's have a look on La Palma itself and see why it's a square today. Usually it's a big round splotch, and makes me wonder, and that is where it is. So 3 kilometers down, Yvonne dropped her beer down a lava tube, an empty one. I'm kidding. It's all good. New Iceland, it's cooling down there. It's cold down there? Oh, New Iceland? I don't know. Well, give it a few million years, Henry. Those plates are going to shift, and I'm sure it'll be at the equator in no time. Hopefully, not during an ice age. Let me refresh this. I'm not liking it. Oh, they had another new quake out on... remember our big swarm? Hardly anything left. We've got 2 quakes there, and they just got another one. Tade or Tade, however they pronounce that guy, has got one underneath it there, 5 kilometers down, 0.6. So very, very small. Anyway, getting back over to La Palma just to see what we've got there. Really nothing major. We've got 2 earthquakes from today, and one is kind of near El Paso, and possibly on the highway there somewhere, and then the other one is I guess just about right at Cumbre Vieja. which are pretty cool. The rest are from previous times, and they, again, are not very big, so nothing to worry about. I don't see any major issues there, so Yvonne will continue to enjoy her holidays. Okay, let's refresh this one. Ruapehu, New Zealand, steam plume above what? Something. And Recon de la Vieja in, what is it? Costa Rica went, yeah. So that's what they're saying. Lower crater lake levels slight. Oh, okay. That's always interesting when your water disappears out of your crater. Okay. Did I refresh this? No. Okay. Let's do it now, and we'll see what happens. And there we go. All right. Okay, so everything here, Iceland is Astja, São George, Azores, a microvolcano down here, South Sandwich Islands, and we do see a quake 20 minutes ago, 4.9, and that is the South Shetland Islands area. Everything pretty normal looking all the way up the coast. We don't see anything too weird going on. Baja California, or actually the bay, whatever it is here, showing 4.2, and I'm not sure how old that is, and a 4.1 right in there. So that is pretty much on the San Andreas fault. We also see down here near Popocatépetl, we have 17 minutes ago 4.1, so that's neat. 23 minutes ago 4.2 out there. So we do have some movement going on, and these are older already. Yep. And let's zoom back out a little bit so we can see going across Pavlov, Cleveland, and then of course the Great Sitkins and Semi, and then of course they don't show Davidoff, which would be just beyond that, and then up top Shivalash, and then Bazimiani, Kalimsky, Ibico, and Chikarachki, the Mexican-Russian volcano. Chikarachki, la 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 la. No, never mind. Okay, bad humor. All right, back to where we're doing things. And I haven't heard of too much more. I thought that they might turn Karimsky back to a red, but I haven't heard of any further activity from it. So, interesting though. And out here, a few little quakes out in the subduction areas out here by northern or sort of central Japan, I guess. And that's kind of what we're looking at there. Nothing major though. And of course, there is our Sakurajima on the southern end of the main island of Japan. And then down here is Subanoshijima on its own little island. And it is definitely still doing its thing. Looking down here at New Zealand, pretty quiet in New Zealand. We move up a little bit though. 22 minutes ago we had a 5.0 Kermadec Ridge area, and then he had some friends here from before 4.95 hours ago, that kind of thing. So busy area. We know that it continues. And then also hour 22 minutes ago 4.1 here for Fiji, and then 46 minutes ago 4.3 for Fiji. That volcano is Tofua, and that's actually part of part of Tonga, and Hunga Tonga Hunga Ha'apai is right next door here, and that could even these could affect that. All right, so it'd be interesting to see what happens in the future there. Going up here, Papua New Guinea, everything is good. I'm not going to worry about these. I've turned from orange to yellow, which is probably good for them in that area. And you got Ibu and Dukono right there, still both active. Luolatok down here, and Luolatok also had a 4.4 quake at 1944, so something to keep the lava moving. There was that 5.5 we seen on the other map, and that is not too far away from Merapi. And of course, even Semeru had to get in on the act, and it's got a 4.1 underneath it. So that is pretty awesome. And hey, don't want to have Krakatoa being jealous. It has its own 4.2 right there. So all the major players are getting their own little shakers today. Pretty awesome. And moving up, Bulusan still off-gassing, but he doesn't get an earthquake. We did give one over here for Taal, though, and that was a 4.4. Kind of neat, eh? I like it. What about this guy down here? We don't see anything. And, of course, Heard Island, that is way down south, Heard Island volcano. I'm not going to worry about it. Moving along, looking at these other ones, Mayet Old Doño, and again, bad with that name. I'm not going to worry about it, but they're still a normal. Ertael up here doing its thing, and of course Etna in its orange state, and that is what we see there. Volcano still yellow. Stromboli is still fully active as a red, and Campy being quiet. And there, of course, St. George and the Azores are not producing anything as of yet, and neither is Asja. So that is what we've got on our earthquake and volcano maps for today. Let's pop over and have a look and see what our wonderful weather is like, and see if we can see any extra plumage from some of those volcanoes that were going off, like Sakurajima. Hey, what happened to my air quality? SO2, there we go. All right, zoom out a little bit, and looking a lot better up here in the northern parts of Canada and Alaska. So a lot less SO2 being generated, a lot cooler up there now. And that's why looking at most of US and Canada, pretty much normal. Zooming in a little bit on Mexico, here's a big storm still churning away there, and I see the wind patterns have changed a little bit. And before I was looking at, why is this thing not moving? And it's because it had a flow inward this way, push up this way, and the push down this way, so it didn't move anywhere. It was just sitting there churning and getting bigger. But anyway, we do have oh boy, lots of things popping up. This right here, Popocatépetl and Mexico City combined, and that's what we're seeing there. Most of these plumes are from the volcanoes, and populations are floating out into the Pacific, and that includes what's coming out of Colombia. And going south a little bit more, we see it's a little easier there, but the currents change again as far as the wind directions. We don't see anything coming off of the Galapagos Islands. And moving over here, Sabancaya possibly putting some of that plume out, but I won't give it all to it. But we do also have different locations here with various things. There are iron smelters and things like that there. Most of that is blowing across the continent, though, in comparison to what it's doing. So up north here, you can see it's blowing out into the Pacific, and then as soon as you get a little further south, kind of where Chile starts, that's where it starts blowing the opposite direction. And not seeing too much coming off of here. This would be Michael volcano with that little tail there, and not a heck of a lot. Going out to New Zealand and their White Island volcano, we are seeing that plume come off of there. It's pretty nasty, but that is downgraded, and it's in a green state as far as the volcano is concerned. So possibly in a fumarole state of some sort. Don't see too much. I don't think he's got the barbecue going. Leo, the barbecue, is it? Yeah, it's not on. Anyway, we do see that we have a little bit more SO2 coming from our coal plants and stuff out there, and that's what we've seen there. Tofua and possibly Hunga Tunga Hunga Ha'apai, putting out a little bit of that. And Yasur, not as bad. Let's just take a peek at Yasur. We haven't looked at them for a little while. So this is just a 24-hour time lapse that they have on there. And we get to see that, yes, it is definitely continuing to erupt, and not so good weather there. Looks really, really cloudy, but that's what it is. I'm going to leave it there. And of course, his two friends here in Vanuatu are also helping raise some of that SO2. All our orange and yellow volcanoes over here in Papua New Guinea are doing their thing. This plume here, Ibu and Dukono, doing a good job. Luolatok down here still working away hard, as well as Samaru, and that would be from Merapi. And then over here, of course, Jakarta is certainly helping, but Krakatoa is here delivering its off-gassings as well. Sliding up a little bit more, we know Bulusan is right about in here, and definitely doing some of its handiwork. And then right around the Taal area, I'm not sure if Taal is off-gassing anything or just a little bit, but majority of this is population related in Manila and that area. Sliding up a little bit more, and here we see out on the islands we'll have our good Suwanosi Jima out there, and then of course you see a lot redder area here, and I bet you that was from Sakurajima. And Sakurajima, of course, with its little eruption this morning, would have done very well there. Sliding up a little bit more, pardon me, we do see our wonderful volcanoes up here, and it looks like Karimsky has been busy again. So what I mentioned before about it being in an orange or yellow state, I can't remember if it was yellow or not, but let me look. Go over to that map real quick. Hang on. Got me wondering what's going on. I'm in the wrong map. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let me get on the right map. There we are. Okay. I'm sliding over. Oh, I went the wrong way. This map is fussy. Yeah, so Karimsky is orange. So that may go into a red again fairly quickly here because of the activity that we are seeing from it. That definitely is got some interesting things going on there with that amount of SO2. Let's see. I'm trying to get myself back on the right page here. There we go. And we'll zoom out a little bit. We see China still has its normal SO2 levels, and I'm not going to worry about that. India looks a little lighter today, and we are still seeing, well, we do see some blue spots in here, which is nice for a change. But still very high SO2 levels in Saudi Arabia, as well as some of it going into Iraq and Iran, of course. And we know what it is. These are oil refineries and oil plants, because that's what they produce there. So that is a majority of what we're seeing. Sliding up a little bit more and looking over here at Greece. Piggy has got a little bit of SO2 on top of where she is there on Coast Greece. And we slide over to Sicily and Italy. And of course, this is from Mount Etna. And then Volcano and Stromboli are there. And then we slide up. This is just residual stuff kind of being blown around from elsewhere. I'm not sure if that's all people pollution or what, but that's what we've got. And this may be some residual stuff that was taken out of Etna before, and it's still airborne. Hopefully it will subside. Some good rain will wash it out of the air. Looking at Spain and France, not bad. Germany, not bad at all, really. A little bit hanging over England, but not too much. And we are clean up in Norway and Sweden and most of Finland. So looking good. And quick peek at Iceland, a little bit there. They may have the smelter going, or just not enough wind to keep the SO2 blowing away. But that's it for going around the world there. I'm going to have a look at this guy here. I'm going to redo that weather map and get our stuff set up here. All right, so zooming in a little bit, and first thing we notice, Estelle right there off the coast. And actually here you can see what I was kind of mentioning. We've got this curling in this direction here, okay, and this is being pushed down, and like you can see here, this is creating kind of a barrier that is pushing up against the side of the storm, and it's kind of trapped that storm there. So if it goes, I don't know what's going to happen, if it's going to stay on kind of the pressure differential here where the two systems are hitting, or is it going to float off higher or lower? And that's going to be something I will have to take a look at in the future. Anyway, looking at Alaska, cooled down quite a bit. Same thing with the northern areas of Canada. But we are still seeing some very lovely weather up there for them. Alberta not looking too bad. It's actually warmer up in the northern portions of the province than it is in the central. Southern end, though, is looking a lot warmer. Same thing with in Saskatchewan and Manitoba, and you've got that heat going out into the back or northern portions of Ontario. But very, very hot here in, that would be almost in your Yellowstone area. Yellowstone would be here, so this would be, I guess, Montana would be cooking right now, 41, 42 degrees in some spots, and that is pretty awesomely warm. And then we slide down a little bit. Yeah, Yellowstone would be right here, I think. Yeah, I kind of pointed to the wrong spot. Death Valley, yeah, Death Valley, 46 degrees Celsius. That's pretty nasty. Phoenix, 43 Celsius, 110 Fahrenheit. and 115 for Death Valley. That's too hot, you guys. Looking at what we've got here, California, they're getting cooked, and boy oh boy, is that ever hot. Looking southern portions here, very easily finding 45 degrees Celsius in some places. So yeah, very, very hot. Arizona 44, that kind of thing. So crazy, crazy. Heavy, warm temperatures for those guys. Same thing happening over here in Texas and Oklahoma and those areas. So even down in Mexico, very, very hot temperatures. A little bit easier when you're getting out into the area here around the Great Lakes. A little bit cooler, and we do still see quite a bit of heat in Florida and Georgia and Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina, going up through Virginia and those areas, all looking pretty good. Even New York is probably hot and sweaty today in New York, and going all the way up, holy mackerel, Newfoundland and Prince Edward Island, 21 degrees there. That'd be pretty cool, or warm. And holy mackerel, 25 out here in Newfoundland. That is pretty awesome for them. Sliding down, Caribbean doing really, really well, and that is not bad. 39 degrees Celsius, 103 in Salt Lake City. That is pretty nasty. Halifax, 23 degrees. That is pretty nice, Sue, and that's a good temperature for you guys. You'll like it. And oh, now Piggy's gonna put hers up there and make us all cry. Sarah says high temp was 106 Fahrenheit, and Piggy, yeah, we understand 28 degrees Celsius, but what time of the day is it? That's the important part. What time is it right now? 3:30 in the morning or 2:30 in the morning, something like that. It should be a lot cooler than that. Anyway, South America, we do see that line is kind of right across there where we seen what we originally had on the other one where the wind changed directions. So that is pretty awesome, but still holding a lot of nice temperature in the Amazon. Gets a little colder down on the bottom here, and we don't like it. It's 1:23. Okay, thanks, Piggy. 1:23 a.m. and 28 degrees Celsius is a little bit too much. It needs to cool off. Need some rain there, Piggy. Unfortunately, I don't have any on the weather forecast for you. And looking at New Zealand, did warm up a little bit, but it's got some really heavy, fast winds blowing across it. This high is moved over, and it's pulling in that warm air. Hopefully, it'll keep it a little bit warmer. These are nighttime temperatures for them right now, so hopefully things will warm up a bunch. And we zoom in here a little bit. Yeah, you see this flow from down south, 1 degree, 2 degrees, 5 degrees, and yeah, -1, a couple of places, -2. So Tasmania, wintertime is there. And Melbourne, Australia, where Leo is from, we've got about 8 degrees Celsius. Not very warm in the bottom end of Australia, including Sydney, only at 12. Brisbane seems to be the warmer place, 14 degrees, so pretty cool. Thank you, Piggy, for 1:24 a.m. Australia had -6C, a new record breaking yesterday. Wow, that is cold for them. And I'm telling you, it's global warming is responsible, Colin. Global warming. Oh, hang on. It's climate change. There we go. It's one of those things. We see it. It's a lot cooler down there. But you know, if you go back through the records, they've had temperatures similar to that before. Just because this time around it got a little lower doesn't really mean that you know we're going to have an end, and Australia's gonna have to have skis. Maybe that's why the kangaroos have such big feet. Maybe those are actually skis in disguise, and we really don't know it. Anyway, Bangkok, 27 degrees, and 87% humidity. It's a wet day there, sliding up a little bit, thanks, Sue. Man, bear, pig. What? Where's a man, bear, pig? Hello, Dinkle Storm Chaser. Good to see you. And it's going to be a hot couple days in the Netherlands. Temperatures over 30 C. I wouldn't doubt it. Thanks, Barbara. Anyway, we do see that a little bit more moderate temperatures in Japan. We do see Kamchatka Peninsula is still some really nice temps for them, but we do see up top here that cold is starting to creep back in, and we see a -4, -5. So things are changing back to normal. Give it some time. Sliding over here, India looking pretty cooking, and Iran, Iraq, and of course Saudi Arabia, and UAE here, 35 C, 37, 38 C in Saudi in some places, and that would be nighttime temperatures, you guys. That is pretty hot. And then we slide over here, we see some of the very, very warm temperatures still in the Sahara Desert, and 40, 41 degrees. That's just incredible temperature-wise, looking at what we've got. And Piggy, of course, is down here on the island of Kos, and it says 28, 29 degrees right in there. And it's 1:30 in the morning. So that's pretty interesting. And even the rest of places in Greece here, there's a lot of areas that are cooking right now, very warm areas. Looking at Sicily, a little bit cooler at 24, 25. There's some 28s down on the coast, but not too bad for the most part. Same thing with the rest of Italy, coastal areas, quite warm. Looking at Spain, they are getting cooked out. Remember, this is nighttime temperatures, and still very, very hot there. Looking at France, they are holding some warmer temperatures as well. And for nighttime, Germany is looking really awesome. Same thing with, who wouldn't want like 21 degrees or 20 degrees, 18 degrees for nighttime temperature? I think that's kind of neat. So that's what's Holland has, 19, 20, depending on where you are in Belgium. Some pretty good temperatures. England, yes. King Colin is going to cook, and these are again a very late evening or nighttime temperatures, and definitely warm. Even out here in Irish Monk territory, and that may be a part of the problem there. 17 degrees Celsius around the Doolin area, but we do have warmer temperatures on the other side. 21 over in Dublin, and that's pretty awesome. Looking here at Scotland, 15, but you're going down and seeing the warmer temperatures down below. Sliding over Denmark, looking not too bad, 15, 16, and zooming out a little bit so we can see most of Norway, There we are, a little bit cooler up on the top now, and Norway just around the edges a little bit warmer, but cold for those highlands. And of course we see the bottom portion of Sweden a little bit warmer, and then as soon as we get up a little bit there, we see it getting colder. Finland is kind of halfway in between the both of them as far as temperatures are concerned. Sliding over here to Iceland, and that low is going that way. It needs to go that way, go up and away. But we are seeing this. This is kind of being messed up a little bit here. This low is helping bring up some of that warmer air, and that is also hitting off of the edge of Iceland here, which is bringing up the temperature. I don't like this circulation though, because that's going to draw more cold in for them. But for right now, it seems to be holding 10 degrees roughly on the Reykjanes Peninsula, 11 in Reykjavik. So some nice temperatures around in Iceland, and that's not so bad. Let's zoom all the way out. We're going to switch this over and take a look at the actual stormy weather. So we do have Estelle here, the storm, and of course we still see it. We look at what I refer to as our equatorial storm, and that equatorial storm is being busted up a little bit. We don't see it as well as it could be. It's not bad here, but a big chunk missing there, a big chunk missing here in India. So change of patterns, and that is kind of interesting. Anyway, looking at North America, Alaska's got some rain happening, and I don't think they'll have any snow for a while, but you do have some freezing rain up here in Russia, out in the waters. A little bit of rain and thunderstorms up in northwest territories, and then we see this stuff here. Apparently I'm underneath here somewhere, and no, it's not raining right now. A matter of fact, it looks kind of clear right now, and I got a bunny eating, enjoying the sunshine. That's a good bunny. And let's see, we do have this storm here in Manitoba and northern Ontario, and a fairly well organized system heading for the Great Lakes, and down here coming up from Tennessee and those areas, and getting I guess into Ohio and Illinois and those areas right around there. So also coming back down, we see organized stuff, not so organized down here in Florida, a little bit off the coast, as well as going up. So isolated places. Let's see, Charlotte, North Carolina would be seeing some of it, and then getting up. New York looks like it's kind of spared today. Occasional stuff coming up through Maine, and that storm out here, and not too bad. We do see Newfoundland up at the top here is getting nailed, but that's not so bad. So not so stormy in the U.S. We do see the western coast of Mexico, though, has got some activity, and we do also see that big storm. So as Estelle, or whatever they call it, is definitely right there and causing its issue. And I'm hoping that stays down and comes out here and just moves and dies out. I don't think we want it to hit Hawaii. Coming down South America, we see up in the upper portions of the Amazon here, and that does include Peru, Colombia, Venezuela, and a few of the other French Guiana, that kind of stuff, as well as Brazil. Although majority of it is in Brazil, they're not getting that much rain right now. We do see that system there. It's pulling back in. I'm not sure where that's going to go in the future. And southern tip, of course, very cold. It's Chile and Chile. Looking here at New Zealand, we see that high as well as the other high. I didn't realize there was a second one there, but this is the bigger one causing the circulation. And there we see the storminess that is hitting the mountains of New Zealand on the southern island. Here's that big cutoff basically, and yeah, here's what's going on, you guys. It's snowing in Tasmania, and I hate to say it, but it looks like it's snowing in some places in Australia. So if you live up here in the highlands, I expect some snow. And yeah, this stormy south flow here, very cold weather. It's all because of this high pulling up all that cold air from down here from this low. This is what's giving it the extra stuff. Yeah, Hobart at 30 or 3 degrees Celsius. And Hobart is on there. There's Hobart right there. And mostly cloudy. They're not getting any rain. They're just north of the rain. And I'm sure they would give it a little bit of time. It's so strange to hear snow in Australia. Yeah, it is. Tasmania, not as weird, but yeah, this is really weird looking. So that's what we're seeing, you guys. I'm not making it up. The weatherman is. We do see this other system out here in the west, and that's sitting right on top of Perth as far as the low is concerned, and hopefully they're not going to get hammered too much there. Brisbane would be the one place that is kind of fair for right now, not so bad, but that is a pretty nasty circulation around here with that colder air being drawn up from that storm, and it's all because of this high in here. If this moves out and that low moves down, the circulation changes, and well, I think it's a double whammy. This high is helping this draw up the cold air. This needs to move. That gotta go over here somewhere. And then anyway, looking at what we've got in our Malaysian, Indonesian, and Philippine areas, we see Indonesia a little bit better off, not quite as many storm clouds over it. And we see we have a lot of stuff out here in the Pacific. Places like Guam are probably getting nailed, and then we also have this stuff over top of the Philippines and the northeastern portions of Indonesia, and not good, and going up. Here we see another storm developing right in this little, I don't know if, what the heck they call that area. That little area, but it's not Sea of China or something. No, the China, that would be this one. Anyway, we see it, South Korea there, and of course you have China on the other side of it. So that's what you're seeing. Kind of makes you wonder what's going on there. Definitely a nasty storm. Looking at Japan, they're kind of in between everything right now, except for up top here, and we have that circulation going around. I'm not sure if that's going to end up moving up a little bit more onto land or where, but we do see it. Let's move over a little bit more. We see India getting nailed, more storms out in the Indian Ocean, heading that way, and there's our equatorial stuff doing not bad. Zooming in here, we don't see anything happening in Italy or Greece. Greece might have a couple of little rain showers here and there. Looks like Istanbul might be getting something real soon. Probably welcome stuff. It's better than the snow they had during the winter there in Turkey. Looking out on the coast here, I hope that is not going to go to La Palma. I'm hoping that is going to go back north because I don't think Yvonne needs that for her vacation. Looking at Spain, not bad weather-wise. Portugal looks dry. Same thing with France and Germany, Holland, Belgium, most of England and Ireland looking pretty dry all the way through. Few spots, but nothing major. Same thing with, well, I wouldn't say completely, but Denmark has got a little bit of rain in there. And then, of course, Sweden, variable spots, and a lot colder in Norway. And then, of course, some storm stuff here in Finland this time around. And there's that nasty low, and that was bringing in all that cold air down on top of Iceland, and I'm glad it moved. It was here yesterday. It moved over a bit, so that's a little bit of a reprieve. It looks like they're getting a little better flow in there now. And I think that is pretty good for our weather. So again, U.S. not looking too bad, but we do see that, you know, Florida is going to get nailed, and then we've got Ohio and Illinois and those areas here that are getting nailed. Tennessee and wow, Pennsylvania as well. And even into Buffalo, New York, that kind of thing. So that's what we're seeing. Looking at the storms. Anyway, I'm popping over. We're going to take a look and see how cold it is in the coldest place on Earth. And that is down here in Antarctica. And I already see a minus 69 so far. And Suhei says minus 70, and I wouldn't doubt that. If I found a minus 69 really quickly, I'm sure there's got to be a minus 70 very, very close to it. Minus 67, yeah, I don't know. I'll believe you. Where thousands of others may not. Looking around the circulation here, minus 63, 61, 62. No, it's got to be back over here where I had it. So, yeah, it's horribly cold. Minus 70 degrees Celsius. Oh, I had it. It's in here somewhere. Oh, not there. 69. Was just here. It did say minus 70. There it was. All right, I found it. Minus 70 degrees Celsius, you guys. So there you go. That is darn cold. And Piggy, just think you could be there. You could have it cold. Or maybe you could split the difference and just borrow a little bit of that. Anyway, there's the coordinates if you want to go find it on your own map. And that's all cool. On that friendly note, you guys, it is time to do our thing and say thank you, everyone, for being here. I see we are at 95 likes on my screen here, and hopefully we'll see a few more likes pop in there and get it over 100 real quick. If anyone has not yet hit that like button, that would be awesome. And would really help us out. YouTube analytics takes over real quick after that and promotes that video, of course, which is what we want. I do appreciate all of you being here, and I really really am thankful to have the entire lava family popping in all the time. And that's how we think of all of you as part of this big family. So thank you everyone for being here, and I do appreciate it. Um, Brilliant as ever. Thanks. Thank you, Piggy, and I do appreciate that. And thank you for the bacon seeds, Piggy. And that is awesome. So, big thank you to all of the members who help support the channel. Also, a big thank you to Sharon Stewart today for her super chat over in the other channel, as well as for purchasing the 10 gift membership package here, and that is awesome. Hey, Yona, I didn't see you earlier. Welcome, Yona. Glad to have you on board. Yona is from Iceland, of course. So that's all good. And then Grandma B also purchased the 5-member gift things there. So I don't think all of them have been handed out yet. So we'll probably see if you happen to turn green automatically, and it'll be that you've been gifted a membership, just so you know. So that is where it's at today. So thank you kindly for those things, and also thank you everyone for being here. Big thanks to our moderators, Arizona Snowman, Piggy, of course, and Piggy, and that is awesome with the bacon seeds all the time. And you're a wonderful person for doing that. You really are, and we really appreciate it. Not just me. I mean, I could dig them out myself, but I do appreciate that you send them faithfully and all that. Sharon Stewart says, thanks for the great stream, Doc. Thanks, Arizona Snowman, C&D Boy, Piggy, Lucas Snow, and Tata for now. All love you, lava lovers. Awesome. Piggy says, stop ruining my street cred. All right, Piggy. We know you've got the krakens there, and you feed them with a stick. Okay. And you go out. They send you more, and you make them grow from small to big, and then you have more krakens. She's got 3 new ones she's training right now, and a new mother to make more. So I know how that works. She's gonna have the kraken house. Boy. Anyway, be good, Piggy. Enjoy your night, and all the best to you. James Bong, thanks. And late but light. That's awesome. Appreciate it, buddy. And 3 more. Yeah, I'm looking at 2 more. We need 2 more likes. 1 more like to get it to 100. So that would really be awesome. And I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you very much. So yeah, I need, on mine it says a 99 right now. I know yours seems to go up by 1. So 1 more like would really be cool, and that'll make it 100 on my page, and I would really appreciate it. And I'll leave it as that. So again, thanks, mods. Thank you, all your wonderful people, our members, our non-members. Everyone is part of that lava family. So thank you, everyone. I do appreciate all of you. And we will see all of you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Monday, so the stream is back to regular time at 5 p.m. Or 7 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Mountain, and that's where it will be. And hopefully we'll see some good stuff happen in the meantime as that comes along. So be good, take care of yourselves, and by the words that I always say, and I really mean them, tell your loved ones you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful evening and night, or day, depending on where you are. And oink oink. Bye.